On October 26th at the UN Geneva, this Human Rights Council open-ended working group discussed the creation of laws to hold international corporations responsible for human rights abuses in various areas such as public health, environment, sustainable development and labor rights. The world's first documented labor strike took place in Egypt in 12 BC. Western countries legalized striking in the early 20th century.
Of course, workers can also go to national courts in the countries. And another mechanism that actually exists for the worker is actually that through a national trade union and an international trade union, the case can be brought before the ILO.
Currently, there is no mechanism at the international level which can hold corporations legally accountable. Experts demand also international laws to hold business executives responsible.
There ought to be civil liability of corporations, civil liability of investors, civil liability of speculators, because their actions do impact human rights and impact human rights often very negatively.
For Archbishop Jurkovic, moderator of this panel, it is not only about creating new laws.
We have to promote a new mentality which is so close to the position of the Holy See, which consider the common good as the first good and the only good. So it means which is good for everybody is good also for those who are, let's say, selling, producing and making money.
Pope Francis believes when the common good is used only in the service of profit and capital, the only thing gained is exclusion.
Sometimes you can blame international multinational organizations. Sometimes it is a much more complex problem. At the end, what I think it is interesting, and it is also coming out, it is as like a procedure of cultural change.
Aside from future laws, people already use their purchasing power to pressure international corporations to put people and planet ahead of profits.
And I think the Archbishop might actually like this statement because it actually comes from the Bible, the Henry James translation as it happens. Essentially, treat others the same way you want them to treat you.
In an interview in July, the chair of this UN working group confirmed that for the first time ever, there are signs of change at the UN.
You see that there is a will, there is an intention of saying, yes, we need profit, we need to do business, but we cannot do it at the expenses of the dignity of people and at the destruction of the environment. We cannot continue that way. I mean, we need different parameters, different values, different ethics to operate.
And I think we have to be courageous and participate in this process, and it is very much in the line of the orientations and the personal feeling of the Pope Francis. So I'm so pleased that they invited me and they could have moderated this session.